All right, are we ready to do this?
We sure are.
Perfect. All right, Coach Taylor TV here. I am doing episode 2 because people said they really like this, and I will keep pumping them out as long as you guys keep liking them. So yeah, I'm even gonna try multi-camera angles and see how that works out. Yeah, so episode 2, I only know one question that's coming. Shoot. How many questions are we doing today?
4.
Okay, 4 questions today. What's the first one?
What inspired your baby got back post?
What inspired my baby got back post? If you haven't read that, it's on my Coach Taylor page. Baby got back, Sir Mix-a-Lot, which I also found out came out in 1992, which is I think 23 years ago. We don't want to talk about that. What was it? I essentially said that Sir Mix-a-Lot in 1992 solved all the problems of fitness, figured it all out, everything that's going wrong. Fuck, now I can't remember the exact line. Essentially said, oh yeah, you can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. That was like a revelatory moment when I was standing in the shower today thinking about fitness, which might sound weird, but that's just sometimes how things work out. So what does that mean? It says, do side bends and sit-ups, please don't lose that butt. Why? Your butt is like the key component of everything in your body. Almost all of your movement for everything you do either is generated by your glutes or is absorbed by your glutes. They are so important. What everyone does when they go to the gym, though, is they want six-pack, they want abs. So they start doing crunches, side bends. People still do side bends, like with the weight, doing the side bends. It's crazy stuff. You can do that stuff. And there are so many people in the fitness world like, don't do it, it's gonna hurt you, it's gonna break your back. Sure, enough repetitions of crunches are eventually gonna hurt your spine. You're probably not gonna do it. You're more likely to get hurt walking to the gym, getting hit by a car, or rolling your ankle over the curb than you are from doing crunches. But are crunches and side bends, all these ab exercises, really the most efficient? No, if you want a six-pack, you want a leaner stomach, flatter stomach, lose weight, whatever you want to do, you want to like maximize how many calories you can burn. How you do that? You target your big muscles. Glutes are the biggest, best, baddest muscles you got. So it's really important that you focus on those. For your abs, to see them more, we want to burn calories. Target your glutes. To make your back healthy, your glutes support everything that then supports your back. So pretty much everything about your glutes is better, and Sir Mix-a-Lot had it right. Train your back. I'll also put a little note in there, because there's another line that he says, no matter what Cosmos says, I don't believe in that. I ain't down with that. Flat asses. Sexy butts look sexy. That's why people do them. Squat, deadlift, kettlebell swing. Train your glutes. It'll make everything better. And that is why I think Sir Mix-a-Lot solved fitness in 1992. How is that? Perfect. All right. Question 1 down. See if my tea's drink enough. Cool enough to drink. What are we doing next?
Should you focus on a full body workout or do a split upper body and then lower body?
All right, so should you have a full body workout or should you split your body between upper body, lower body? This is a question from one of our members, asked me the other day, messaged my strength coach page, which you can do too if you've got questions for me. You should, I think, okay, it all depends on your goal. What is your goal for training? If your goal is to, like we just talked about, flat stomach, six-pack, all of that, lose weight, everything, you should be 100% train full body all the time, every single time you train. 95% of what we do is full body training. If your goal is to be a bodybuilder, if your goal is to rehab an injury that maybe you have, then you may have to do some isolation training. You might have to split things up. If you want to be figure modeling, you might have to split things up into different body parts. Other than that, I really see no reason to not be doing full body training all the time. Can you put an emphasis onto certain body parts? Sure. We taught a class the other day which prompted this question from our member. We did a ton of like bodyweight leg stuff, lunges, squats, jump squats, and plyometric stuff. And their legs were sore the next day. It's like, whoa, we targeted legs today while we do upper body next day. It wasn't really like a leg targeted day. It just happened that we did a lot and their legs got hurt, but we still were doing push-ups and some back rows and things like that. So no, I fully believe that everybody should train full body, 95% of the time. I think it's better for you. And when you look at the best human movement, the best, the fittest people, typically they are athletes, right? That's who we look at all the time. Most athletes train full body all the time. Stay out of what they do in the gym. Don't think about that. When they practice and participate in their sport, they're training full body. In the gym, they mostly train full body. They're the fittest, healthiest people. Let's kind of do what they do. There you go. I think that answers that question.
Cool.
What is question number 3? Morning. Question number 3. We're doing 4 today?
4.
Okay.
4 questions.
4 questions.
What's the best time of day to work out?
Oh, the best time of day to work out is the time of day that you will work out. Is that good?
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll add more to that because people want more. But that's really the answer. What's the best time of day to work out? The best time of day to work out is the time of day that you will work out in. If you try to work out at 6 o'clock in the morning and you fucking hate the morning, you will eventually not train at that time anymore. Now, is there research on best times of day? Sure. Most of the research I've seen has a window between like 10 o'clock a.m. and noon. But like we're talking like minuscule percentage points improvement. And again, if you're an athlete and you're going to compete in an event that's at 8 o'clock at night and you're used to being active at 6 o'clock in the morning, shit's not going to work. So no, there is no best time of day to train. Train whatever time of day will make you actually go in and train and get that shit done. That time, I'll end it this time. Probably. Do any of you guys have questions? Somebody think of a question for me and ask me in a minute. 'Cause I've only got one more and I feel like talking more. So don't give up. You got a minute. All right. Question 4.
Okay. So are crunches bad for you?
Are crunches bad for you? If you want to look at the research, look up Dr. Stuart McGill. He's probably one of the smartest human beings in all of fitness. They take pig spines, they put them in fancy little machines, and they flex them till something breaks. And they see how long it takes for damage to happen. And eventually, over a long enough period of time, damage will happen, the spine will get injured. From that, people have extrapolated that crunches are terrible for you. If you do multi-thousands of them in a single sitting, yes, they could be bad for you. In the long term, for most people, are crunches bad for you? They're probably not going to, do a lot of damage. But like we were talking about earlier, you've got to prioritize what's going to give you the best bang for your buck. What is actually going to make you get where you want to go? What are your goals? And for most people, they want to feel better, be stronger, lose weight, have a flat stomach. All these things are their goals. Training your abs, it's a small little muscle group. Work muscles that are going to crush calories and make you fitter overall. If you want to get really a bit more technical, do we train crunches? No, I don't program crunches in for anybody. I think I did 2 sets of 20 crunches last night with some people in class, just for shits and giggles. I think it was the first time probably a year I've had anybody do them. We don't program them. Why? We spend a lot of time trying to get people's abs to work properly. Your abs' job is to maintain an upright, strong torso. If you crunch your ribs down, right, crunch, you've shortened that torso, you've lost the spinal flex. The only time you should really, anyone that would need to do crunches would also be listening to Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back on a great big ghetto blaster, like walking down the street, bopping along. That's a crunching motion, right? They might benefit from crunches, but for everyone else, it's bang for your buck. Like, why are you wasting your time doing these little crunches that will not give you a six-pack, will not burn more calories, and will actually destabilize and teach movement patterns that will destabilize your spine? We want you to be upright, locked, strong, right? My friend Mark Fisher says elegant boner spine. Look up his stuff. It's fantastic. I want that nice, tall spine and everything straight through the torso. So as soon as you crunch in, you actually lose that. And we don't want to teach your body that movement pattern, mostly because it sucks and you won't ever use it, and it's not the best for you. So no, crunches, are they bad for you? No. Are they effective and a useful use of your time? Nah. Do cool shit like kettlebell swings and Turkish get-ups and deadlifts and like squats and sprints and jump around. All of that stuff is also great ab work and a lot more bang for your buck. You burn more calories, build more muscle, feel stronger. Everything about them is better. That's my opinion on crunches. How's that?
That's good.
Got it?
Question.
Oh. Do you guys have any more questions? Does anyone think of one? That was in the last video. My head programmer obviously did not watch the last video. All right. My wife Whitney, who's behind the camera, which you've seen in the side cut angles, because she doesn't realize she's actually on film too. Shit. Has one more question. What would that be?
What's the best way to warm up? Is a 5-minute treadmill jog the best?
The best way to do a warm up before you start training. Is 5 minutes on the treadmill to warm up the best way to do it? No, it sure isn't. Will it hurt you? No. So if you want to get on a treadmill, because you've been doing it since 1972, maybe 1992 when you listen to Sir Mix a lot, and you want to get on the treadmill and walk for 5 or 10 minutes, get things flowing, totally fine, not going to hurt you. But after that, you still need to warm up. So you didn't warm up your joints. You didn't warm up the movement pattern of what you're about to do in your training session. Right? If you're about to do squats, you need to warm up in a squat motion. If you're about to do prowler pushes or tire flips, you need to be warming up your body in the same range of motion that you're about to do. So you can go on the treadmill for 5 minutes if you want to, but then afterwards you still need to do a warm-up. So we have, I think it's 15. Vanessa, how many exercises are in our warm-up? Are there 15?
No, there's I think it's 12.
12? 12. I will post a link to our warm-up so you guys can check out what we do with our clients who warm up all the time. 12 exercises, that's our warm-up. Takes about 10 minutes to go through, moves the body through every range of motion possibly conceivable, and preps people for their training session. So that is the best way to warm up. I will post it. You will have access to that. If you want to go on the treadmill, something like that, to do your 5-10 minutes beforehand, go for it. But remember, that's not actually warming up for what you are about to do. You need to still do a specific warm-up for the movements that you're going to do. I'm going to provide that for you, and that's how we do it. Perfect. All right. So that will be the end of episode 2 of, I think, Coach Taylor TV. We'll see. If you like Coach Taylor TV, tell me. If you think I should call it the Coach Taylor Show, tell me. I'm cool. Want feedback. See what you like the best. Hopefully I got you some good information in there. If you have any questions, comment on here. Send me private messages. You can send me a tweet. I may even check Twitter one of these days. Email me, go on my webpage, send me whatever info you want. I would love to answer your questions, and I will do another episode sometime in the next little while. Thank you for spending some time with me.